The Oscars were last night, and they should let Conan O'Brien host these things for the rest of his life if he wants to.
Little fact for you, Nora uses the F word 479 times. That's 3 more than the record set by Carla Sofia Gascon's publicist.
Seriously, I am so glad that this thing wasn't hosted by Jimmy Kimmel. The biggest winner of the night by far was the movie Anora, which took home 5 Oscars. 4 of those went to the director, writer, and editor Sean Baker, who's the first person in Oscars history to win 4 Oscars for the same movie in one night. The 5th of those Oscars, of course, went to Mikey Madison, who won for lead actress. I was rooting for Demi Moore, but Mikey Madison did a great job too. Adrien Brody took home Best Actor for his role in The Brutalist, beating Timothée Chalamet.
Please, I'm wrapping up. I will wrap up. Please turn the music off. I've done this before. Thank you. It's not my first rodeo, but I will be brief. I will not be egregious, I promise.
He was not brief. Kieran Culkin took home Best Supporting Actor for his role in A Real Pain, no surprise there. Zoe Saldana took home Best Supporting Actress. Unfortunately, this was for her role in Emilia Perez. Emilia Perez also won an Oscar for Best Original Song, and between the 2 acceptance speeches made by people who worked on the film, there were no mentions of the transgender community, despite the fact that this is a movie about a trans woman. Luckily, Emilia Perez did not win the Oscar for Best International Film. That went to the Brazilian film I'm Still Here. The nation of Brazil has been very enthusiastic about this movie, as this is the first time that Brazil has ever taken home an Oscar. Needless to say, they are very excited about this win. Another historic win at the Oscars was for Flow in Best Animated Feature. It's the first film from Latvia to ever win an Oscar, and also the first ever independent animated film to take home an Oscar. The film was made using Blender, which is a free open source software, and it cost less than $5 million to make. Dune Part 2 only won 2 Oscars for Best Visual Effects and Best Sound. Wicked only won for Best Costume Design and Best Production Design, but I do think that those are both very deserving wins. Conclave only took home 1 award for Best Adapted Screenplay, and The Substance only took home 1 award for Best Makeup and Hairstyling. But by far, the most important win of the night was for a documentary called No Other Land, which took home an Oscar for Best Documentary Feature despite not having a US distributor, meaning this movie hasn't even been put in theaters yet. This is a documentary made by a collective of Israeli and Palestinian people about the destruction of the West Bank. I highly encourage you to check out their acceptance speech. It was the most astonishing part of the night for me.